Hello, and welcome to Chat with Papa Ray. I just want to make this video to encourage you, to strengthen you, and empower you in whatever you're doing in life. So, I'm sure you know by now, life can be difficult. Life can be very hard. But when you really break it down to its simplest form, life is not what you think it is. It is only what you think it is. So let me just unpack that a little more. In whatever you really think something is going to be what it is until you think about it long enough and you'll come up to a different understanding of it. But what's really interesting that if you do not take the time to stop and think, what are you really thinking about? And is that really the only truth? Or is that really the fact? Or is that just how you see it? When you take the time to look at it objectively from different angles, there's a very good chance you're going to come out with a different understanding. When you have a different understanding of what happened, it potentially could radically change your life. Let me just show, for instance, my father. He left when I was 4 years old, left my mom to raise three boys by ourselves. All my childhood was an extreme struggle, financially, emotionally. And for over 50 years, I would tell people that I was abandoned and I was rejected. It wasn't until I was able to objectively stop and look at the meaning of my father leaving. When I was able to change that meaning to, my father was broken and empty. He couldn't give me what he didn't have. It was a radical transformation in my life because I changed my perception of what I was thinking. So what I like to say is life is not what I think it is. It is only what I think it is. So in reality, I spent over 50 years of my life thinking in one way, and in reality, I was, in my own truth, in my own reality, I was right, but it was devastating. It didn't serve me at all. It didn't help me at all. And in the world's eyes, it would have looked like my father did abandon us and did reject us. But when I was able to stop and change the meaning of that, it radically changed my perception and how I looked at the world. Now, when I was able to change how I looked at the world, it changed how I look at the world. So, how I think and see everything in life is how I look and see everything in life. Look at and see everything in life. So, it's really important. Are you willing to really stop and start being objective instead of subjective? It means I'm just looking subjectively at this one point of view, or I'm going to look objectively at all angles in all ways. But as long as I'm going to be a victim and I'm going to say they are out to hurt me, they weren't there for me, they didn't give me what I wanted, I'm going to struggle. I'm going to have a major problem because my mind, my brain, is always going to look at the fact that I'm being rejected, I'm being abandoned. And I'm sure you can relate to this in your own life. I mean, who has not struggled with something where they felt rejected or abandoned? I believe everybody has. Like, really, raise your hand if you have never felt somebody did something wrong against you. I don't think that's really possible in life, because we're human and we have we're going to look at things in the way we perceive it. When somebody didn't do what we wanted, even though we may not be able to see it wasn't what we needed, the other person didn't do what we wanted to do, it can feel rejection. It can feel like abandonment. It can hurt. Now, even when that person did something deliberate to hurt you, and it does hurt, you do have a choice. You don't have to live in that pain. I mean, that pain's going to be there. But you can literally change your mind in how you see it. Can I be really just straight up with you guys? Yeah. It's 100% your choice how long you want to grieve, how long you want to be sad, how long before you simply just let it go. So every time that memory comes back and you get angry, upset, frustrated, hurt, whatever it is, means you never healed it in your heart. So somewhere in your heart, you're still wanting to punish them or punish yourself or whatever. You just simply haven't let it go. And as long as you're not going to let it go, you're not going to have healing. It's not possible. And you might have 5 good years of things going well for you. And then all of a sudden something happens and you've been good at staying away from situations and places and things. And all of a sudden, bam, there it is. And you just lose it because you haven't dealt with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not kidding you. It's not an easy thing to do. I call it the simple step, the hard process. The fact is, if you want to move on and have a good life, have a life of peace, happiness, peace, and joy, is you got to let it go. It's that simple. Guys, if you're going to hold on to it, it's like holding on to barbed wire or razor wire. The more you hold on to it, the more it's going to hurt you. You can't have peace and joy when you're trying to hug a roll of barbed wire. It's only when you let go that you can start healing. So are you ready to heal the hurts in your past? Are you ready to live in that life of peace and joy, happiness? There is only one way. And I'm just going to be straight up with you. I don't know the pain you've been through. I'm not minimizing what you've been through. I'm not saying that it didn't hurt. But I am saying if you want peace and joy, you have to let it go. There's only one way to find healing. That's forgiveness. Now, forgiveness doesn't mean that they have the right to come back into your life. Forgiveness doesn't mean they're allowed to come back and do it again. Forgiveness doesn't mean you ever have to talk to them again. Forgiveness simply means they don't owe you anything. They don't have to give you anything anymore. They don't need to do anything. They're done. You're done with them. They're done with you. The biggest thing is forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for any involvement. Forgive yourself for participating in this. Forgive yourself for holding on for so long. Forgive yourself for not letting go. But most of all, you gotta let it go. And I know a lot of people hold on to the anger because they feel somehow they're uh, punishing the other person by being angry. Did you know you have as many as 70,000 thoughts a day? I think maybe like 40 thoughts a minute, 70,000 thoughts a day. Now, guess what? Your nemesis, your adversary, your enemy, the person you're angry at, they're not thinking about you. They have their own problem in life. But you're wasting your life worrying about them. You're consumed with them, and they're not even thinking of you. Think about that for a minute. You're planning and strategizing all the things that you could do, want to do, wish you would have done, wish you could do. And they're off fighting 1,000 other battles. Good chance they're not thinking about you at all. So what are you gaining by holding on to what they did or what they didn't do? Not gaining anything. You're losing. Those 40 thoughts a minute, 70,000 thoughts a day, could be focused on helping you to move forward in life. They could be helping you to plan or strategize something good to help the world. Something good to improve your life. But as every thought you give to your past, the hurts, the wounds, the anger, the bitterness, is a thought stolen, a thought thrown away, wasted. And you know what? You can't get it back. When it's gone, it's gone. If you lose $1,000, you can work and earn it back. If you lose 5 minutes, it's gone forever. You can't stop the clock and rewind the clock. You can't go and say, God, just give me that 5 minutes back. No, it's gone forever. What you're thinking about and how you're thinking about it is the most critical thing for your life. So, holding on to the bitterness of the past is only destroying you, because that other person is out there fighting 1,000 battles you know nothing about. So life is not what you think. It is only what you think. What are you thinking about? What are your 40 thoughts a minute? Where are your 70,000 thoughts a day going to? Are you being consumed with the past hurts, anger, bitterness, strife? Are you dreaming of a better future, planning new things? Even if them ideas don't work out in the way you thought, you didn't fail. You just have an idea that needs refined. But as you refine each of these ideas, and if they never come to pass, it's still better than being consumed with anger, bitterness, strife, and doubt. So my encouragement to you, dream. Dream big. Because when you dream, you get excited, adrenaline, serotonin, dopamine. You feel happy, you get pumped up, you get excited. And you want to do something in life. You get out and you get moving and you get action. Even if you don't accomplished the dream. At least you're trying something good, and your creativity is flowing. It's amazing. But if you sit in this worry, fear, doubt, anxiety, anger, bitterness, strife, it's when the cortisol and all that just rushes to your brain, takes your cognitive thinking and drops it dramatically and just really shuts you down, and you're just like, oh. And what do? You get overwhelmed and you don't do anything. So you could say, it's literally better to fail attempting something great than it is to accomplish doing stuck in your anger, bitterness, and strife. Because the anger, bitterness, and strife is going to deteriorate your body and your dreams and your goals and your mind. Where attempting great things, even if you don't succeed, is giving you creativity and excitement and energy, and you're moving, your body's moving, your brain is moving, your spirit is moving. No man who has failed at attempting greatness has not learned a great thing. Let me say that again. No person failing at greatness, attempting greatness, has not gained great knowledge. So when your plans to succeed at something big don't happen, you did succeed at something big because you learned a tremendous amount. But when you succeed at doing nothing, it literally deteriorated your body, your brain, your spirit, and it's devastating. So again, it's better to fail at attempting greatness than it is to succeed at doing nothing. Forgive them and forgive yourself. And I know it's not easy. I'm not sitting here saying that I would easily forgiven my nemesis, the people who hurt me. It's not easy, but it is a decision that you simply need to make and be done with it. It's up to you. I can't come there and make that decision for you. But I can promise, if you do not choose to forgive, you're going to struggle. You're already struggling. You already know that. Do you enjoy that struggle? How long do you want to hug that barbed wire? How long do you want to keep hugging and getting cut up? How long do you want to keep hanging on to that and keep being hurt by it? See, what's interesting is nobody's making you hold on to that. Only you are making the choice to hold on to it. Only you can make the choice to let go of it. When you break it down, it is that simple. So when it comes down to it, I'm just going to be straightforward with you. If you're not willing to let go, it will not let go of you. It'll destroy you. So I call it the simple step, the hard process. When you're willing to go back and change the meaning of that event. Now I know, some horrible, horrible things have happened. And I'm not justifying, I'm not minimizing, I'm not downplaying them at all. It was bad. It was as bad as bad. And there's nothing you can, there's no way to justify it. It happened. Now, you can choose to change that meaning. When you do, and you solidify in your mind a new meaning, it will radically change your life. One of the things that I use is I say they were broken and empty. They couldn't give me what they didn't have. If that works for you, please use that. The truth is, do you want to go through life living in the pain and the anxiety and the anguish that you're living in? Or do you want to be free? No matter what that person did to you. And I know I'm not downplaying what happened. I'm not downplaying your pain. I'm not minimizing your struggle. All I'm saying is I'm telling you what I know has worked. If you're willing. Remember, that person's off fighting 1,000 battles you know nothing about. They're not even thinking about you. They don't even probably remember you. But if you can look at this in a different way and say, they didn't know what they were doing. They were broken and empty. It wasn't you. Stop blaming yourself. When you take that blame off yourself, it's going to be so much easier to let this go. That is, if you want to walk in healing, peace and joy, restoration. You don't have to go to them. You don't have to talk to them. You don't need to have them say they're sorry. What you need to do is let it go in your own mind. Change the meaning. Who are you because of this event? Who are you now? Who are you when it was happening? Who are you because it happened? Who are you now? And if you are not lifting yourself up, then you're going to put yourself down, and your brain is going to listen to what you're telling it. And you're going to struggle. So it's really, really important that you look at who were you when it happened, who were you because it happened, who are you now, and put a positive meaning to it. You are stronger. You are wiser. You are better. Because you are. You survived. You're standing up. You're standing strong. Find that positive meaning and apply it. And every time your mind goes back and the old meaning comes back, just put, no, I am better, I'm stronger, I'm wiser. They were broken, they were empty. Change that meaning. And it will radically change your life. I do wish you the best. Because the world needs to hear what you have. The world needs to hear your story of healing and transformation. The world wants to hear you. The world wants to see you. Because you are powerful. I believe in you. Don't waste 40 years of your life to anger, bitterness, depression, and rage. You don't need to. Because you are powerful. You are enough. You are good enough. I believe in you. I want to hear from you. The world wants to hear from you. I want to see you. The world wants to see you. Stand up and stand strong. I love you.